Welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We are so grateful. Kindly click on subscription button and also the notification bell so that anytime we come with good content, you will be able to benefit. Our goal here is not just to give you information. We have tons of them, right? But our goal here is to provide you solutions. So today we have cybersecurity engineer. He's a veteran and he's been in the tech space for over a decade and more. And today we are here to pick on his brain and then be able to ask him some few questions. It's a conversation for us to be able to benefit from what he has learned over the years and how he has mentored people and what he can give to other people who are interested in breaking into the tech space. So today we have Dominic Asari. He's a cybersecurity engineer, a veteran and a family man. He owns his business as well. So welcome, Dominic.
Thanks for having me, George. As you said, my name is Dominic Asari. I've been in the IT industry for about 18 to 20 years. I started when I was in the military. I was in the US Navy for about 11 years total. Somewhere around 2002, I took an A+ course to get introduced into the IT field. And then when I left the military in 2005, I took a first job working at the service desk. I worked there for about 2 to 3 years. I learned a lot there. I grew there. And then, as the trajectory is, after the service desk, you move on to some type of sysadmin or a network admin role. So, I became a network administrator. I took a Cisco course, I took a CCNA course, and then after that, I became a network administrator. Throughout that, I also spent some time in Iraq as a contractor. I worked over there for maybe like a year and a half or so. I built a lot of skills there. And then when I came back in the DC area, eventually I went back to school and got my master's degree in cybersecurity. And then since then, I've been in the cyberspace also. So right now I work as a network security engineer.
You see, he's been in the tech space for a long time. 2002 has been how many years now?
22 years.
So he's going to share a lot of information with us today. So Dominic, thank you. I just want to go straight to what is happening in the tech space now. A lot of companies are laying people off and there's a panic out there. What do you want to share on that?
All right. So basically, when we say that tech industries are letting go of people, tech industries do not only hire tech people. They hire people for sales, marketing, in different places. And also what I know and from a lot of stuff I've read, in the beginning of the pandemic, they hired a lot of people, right? Marketing people, sales people, IT people, data analysts, and so on and so forth. So when we hear that, people are being let go, it's not necessarily people from the IT departments per se, right? It could be marketing space. So, tomorrow, if you hear that Amazon is letting go of people, I think a lot of times for us tech people, the idea is that, oh my God, they are letting some of us go, right? But in most of these companies, it's all about the order of importance, right? What role do we have in the company that is more important to keep, and what are we letting go? I think a lot of the roles that they are letting go now are roles that they probably hired on a temporary basis, right? Now, it is true that there are some that may be real IT roles, right? But again, it still should not be a reason for us to panic. If I work in an industry where I know that, and a lot of times this is not a sudden decision. You may hear something in a company that maybe 3 months from now, they'll be letting some people go. If I were you, as soon as I hear this type of news, I'll up my resume, right? I'll put some good stuff in it and put it out on the job boards. Monster Jobs, Career Builder, ZipRecruiter, right? And begin to look for other things. If perchance, 3 months down the road, they didn't let you go, well, great, right? But at least you are being proactive and not reactive after maybe, if they let you go. So, I think that, yes, it's something to take, seriously. But if I were you, it's not something that I would really panic over. I would just be proactive and make sure that I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah. So you've heard it. I mean, if you're in a tech space already and they're laying people off, please don't panic. and
just be proactive.
Yes. If you also get into the tech space and you feel that people are being laid off, so you're so scared, please do not be scared. As Dominic said, be proactive in your dealings, right? But Dominic, let's go back to the conversation where people are being laid off, right? I know that you've said that it could be need, but if you are in the tech space, you are laid off. What advice do you have for those people who are already out of their jobs? What advice do you have for them?
Okay, well, if you're already out of a job, one thing that I'll tell you is this: there are so many IT jobs out there, right? There are so many cybersecurity jobs out there. So if you're laid off in your previous company, I'm sure that you gained some experience there. Make sure you articulate all that well in your resume and put it back out there, and constantly keep applying. In the course that I teach, I tell people that are looking for a job, it's a job itself, right? Meaning that you can't sit back and think that somebody will just find you randomly. So if I were you, I'll boost up the resume, put all the skills that you've acquired, from the previous job, and just keep applying nonstop. And I believe that if you do that, eventually the right job is going to find you.
So make sure, boost your resume, put your skills that you've gained over the years, and look for a job. Take it as a job itself. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, sir.
So, Dominic, I also want to bring you to the conversation where people are looking for opportunities to break into the tech space. Courses, trainings. What do you want to advise on that? What trainings or programs are individuals need to take, in your opinion?
Okay, when people hear IT, right, they think IT is the same, right? But IT, information technology, is different from cybersecurity, right? IT is where they need people on the job to administer, the computers, the servers, and things of that sort. So on that side, you have the help desk people. You also have your Linux admins, your network administrators, your Microsoft admins, right? These type of roles fall under IT, information technology, right? And you have the cybersecurity side, where maybe you're using a framework. You are basically using a certain type of framework to make sure that security, is right and is good on those systems, right? So my advice for people is that when you want to get into IT or into cybersecurity, first you need to decide which area that you want to go, right? Whether you want to go IT, which is a lot of times the technical side, right? Or if you want to go cybersecurity, or what we call GRC, governance, risk, and compliance side, right? So if you make that decision, then the next thing I'll do is that I will look for somebody in my area. I will look for a mentor, right? Talk to somebody that's doing what you want to do and let them advise you, right, on a path, on a path to go. Because I think what a lot of people do is that when they hear maybe their friend went and took some course and told them that, hey, I found a job, everything is great, I'm making 6 figures. And they get excited and they just go out there and enroll into any course, right? Without any type of guidance. You need the guidance. When I first got into IT, I had people in my circle that even way back in 2002, I had people in my circle that, I was talking to, and they guided me in the right path. So the fact that you have, a mentor is key. You got to have somebody that's doing what you want to do, so they can sort of guide you in the right direction.
Thank you so much, Dominic. So again, we've said it in our previous videos, mentorship is a key. And Dominic, you've been mentoring a lot of people.
Yes, sir.
And you still do. What would you say about the new trend in technology? What advice do you have for people who are already in the tech space? They are making good money, but they feel that what they are doing, they don't like it, even though the money is good. What advice do you have for people like that? What would be the trend in terms of technology, in terms of career, that you want people already who got the entry level to be able to be focusing on?
I'm glad that you said that, right? Because in the course that I teach, I always tell them that you do this to get your foot in the door. And once you get your foot in the door, at least you have a job at that point. It gives you the flexibility to now look into other things, right? Sometimes you really don't know a lot until you get yourself in the field, right? For example, when I worked at a NOC, a Network Operating Center, in the NOC, there was a SOC analyst, there was a network analyst, a network engineer, such as myself. There was a system admin. We had all sorts of roles in there, right? So as I was sitting in a big room with all of these people, I was hearing all the conversations, right? What everybody was doing. It sort of gave me an idea that, hey, I think if I wanted to do something else, I like what that guy is doing. I think that's cool, right? So I think that if you're already in the space, right, it buys you the time. It buys you time, right? If you're already in the space, research a little bit, and see maybe, if you want to get some technical stuff under your belt. For those type of people, I always recommend getting into Cisco or Linux. If you take either of these courses, it gives you the prerequisite, as far as the technical stuff that I think you need to know, right? If you if you're a vendor risk person, and you want more education, right? Maybe enroll in the college and do maybe a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in cybersecurity, and learn more about what you're doing. But what you don't want to do is that don't just go and take the 3-month course and get a job, and think that's it. No, that's not it. Yeah.
All right, so it's constant studying, constant learning. We are so grateful, Dominic, for sharing this with us. Please share the video and let people be part of. We just want to build a community where we can all benefit. There's a reason why we are here at this moment, right? That we are talking about this. There's a reason why. So please tap into it, reach out, make a comment, share the video, and if you need a qualified trainer, as we've done with other trainers, reach out to Dominic, and then he will be able to speak with you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Thank you.